Well, welcome, Michael. Welcome to the Face of Grand Prairie.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm so glad it's your first time.
Indeed.
Yes. So tell everybody who you are and why you're here.
So my name is Mike Garcia. My title is Director of Scout Reach for Scouting America now. But for the past 3 years, I've been Executive Director of our Grand Prairie YMCA. And so this event was a partnership led by the YMCA. And so I've stayed involved because of what it does to support our students right here in Grand Prairie.
So tell everybody what event that is.
Yeah, so we are doing a school supplies giveaway. Very excited this year. For the first time, we'll be at Lone Star Park. We've partnered with them to deliver kind of a rock star experience in addition to getting those supplies in the hands of our students. We're very excited for that, to get that exposure to our kids about what goes on there, but also to be able to serve as many students as we're going to continue serving and hopefully continue raising that number over the years. But the whole investment of all the partners is to provide and set our students up for success, as many as we can and as well as we can.
So you were telling me before we started that last year there was a change in the school supply list that kind of created a necessity to move to some place as large as Lone Star Park, and that was
changing the required backpacks.
Yes.
So last school year was the first school year where all students were required to have a clear mesh backpack. And so that created a need, and it was pretty short-term notice.
Yes.
Of every student needs to have a clear or mesh backpack. Doesn't matter to us why, just our students had that need. And so we were able to partner directly with GPISD last year to provide those backpacks to 10,000 students.
Wow.
And then several of the community partners helped buy packages to fill those backpacks. And again, support as many of our students as possible. The heartbreaking thing was that still was only about half of our students on free and reduced lunch. That's kind of the only big number we have to measure ourselves against, is who's on free reduced lunch. We know that that's kind of a line of demarcation, if you will, of who needs financial support. And not everybody is, wouldn't be able to afford it. But if that parent can buy the nicer set of school supplies or pay for that kid to be in soccer instead, we can provide some materials we know they need and that they're going to get good use out of and help them in preparation for the school year.
So tell me, what's the name of the event and kind of where did it start?
Gotcha. So the name's kind of a little vague sounding. It's just our school supplies giveaway at Lone Star Park this year. It started many years ago with the Y and Unidos program, which is the Hispanic outreach arm of the Grand Prairie Police Department. And
I didn't even know that we had one.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a part of that organization. We kind of have a group of community partners that help support that. We do events throughout the year, everything from fraud awareness in the community, the Hispanic community, to the school supplies giveaway. We do a big Christmas gift giveaway at one of the schools in December. And so that whole organization is community partners and the police department creating deep rooted relationships with our community, so that it's a community policing model, not this officer with authority coming to interact with me for the first time in a negative situation.
And that's true for Grand Prairie has a community model for the entire community. So this is just one part of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's where it started. Grassroots. Let's figure out what resources we can put together. Over the years, it's grown and grown. And then there was an opportunity to kind of make a switch from collecting school supplies and then kind of having unmatched numbers to, hey, for every $6 we raise and get in donations, we provide a uniform set of school supplies to each student we help.
Oh, so it's not just individual anymore. It's kind of like each grade has its own specific group. Right. And so, yeah, that's tricky as a parent. When you're trying to go down the aisles of when you have kids in multiple grades, oh my gosh, that is overwhelming.
I'm living that life. And I mean, it's even gotten to the point more in recent years, Walmart has the list for each school kind of there at the check-in or online on, hey, here's what your kid's going to need. And we got most of it. We are not quite at the point where we can give every school supply on that list for every student, but we can take a nice chunk of all the common materials, and then you might just have to hunt down a few more. And so that's also a reasoning for the timing. It's a full week and a half before school starts. And so, this is what you're going to get, which I'm happy to release that list of what they're going to get. And they know they'll get that Saturday. If they register, they're guaranteed a set of school supplies for each kid that they register. That's been a passion point for us. Like, hey, we can guarantee you don't have to rush and stand in line at 5 a.m. If you registered, and if we have extras, we'll give it to walk-ups. But if you register, which please just get registered. We're not collecting a ton of information, just name and school.
Where can they register?
So it's on our social media. It's on the Faces page. It's a QR code to an online form. It's in English and Spanish. And you can register up to 5 students in an individual registration. You give us their name, grade, and what school they attend. And then we guarantee you'll get a set of school supplies on that morning. And
I'll link it in the video.
Yes, please,
for sure.
Please. Really easy form, again, in English and Spanish, and should take 3-4 minutes per student.
So you were telling me that this kind of started off at the YMCA, and then did y'all have a vendor side of things when y'all first started?
That's a good question. Actually, I'm not sure. By the time I got involved 3 school years ago, we did have a vendor side, and the vendors fee, which is pretty low, especially for the amount of exposure to these families you get. The vendor fee 100% did and still goes to providing school supplies. But we've found some partners to buy others in bulk, and so we'll get as many of those vendor fees to cover school supplies this year, but then that'll also roll over to next year, anything we don't get before the event. So 100% of proceeds go towards buying school supplies.
So this year, are you looking for more school supplies, or have you pretty much figured that part out?
We have that part figured out.
What about volunteers for the actual pass out?
So we could use volunteers, and then it is still open for vendors. So if you want to be there and get exposure to all these families, share about your business organization, whatever it is. We do have a few free spots for nonprofits. So anybody who's interested in those, just reach out. But we need vendors still. We have capacity for up to 50 vendors. Lone Star Park's pretty big. We're excited about that.
Yeah.
And then we do need some more volunteers. And then just as big, we're doing a drive right now. That's why we're here to get students to sign up and kind of claim those.
How many? So is this one of many school supplies, like outreach in the community, or is this the main one?
We've tried to make this the main one. There's other organizations that do them, and we're obviously not meeting the need of the whole, even just the school district, much less all the charter schools and private and even homeschool associations that need school supplies. But it's I like to say it's the biggest that's going on right now, and we are striving in time to pull everybody together so we can serve every student together as a community.
So do you have like a deadline of when vendors can sign up?
Yeah. So July 31st is kind of our deadline. It's that Thursday. We'd love to have them before, and the sooner you sign up, the better, because we are hard capped at that 50 vendors, and it's $150. And again, 100% of that goes to buying school supplies.
Who would be a good vendor? Like what kind of fit would that be?
Very good question. So I think it's a pretty wide gamut, anything from organizations that want to raise awareness, membership organizations like all of our service clubs and all that, to individual businesses that want to grow awareness or do some customer acquisition, get lists of leads and people interested in your services, or if there's any service that you would like to provide to those that have an economic need. All of those kind of match. So
like sports organizations, scouting.
Exactly.
Like those
they
kinds.
Will be there.
For
sure. And so, yes, really, it's pretty wide open. If there's anybody who needs customers, and particularly families, whether it's those students or their parents and family members, all that, really, it's a huge swath of our community that's going to be receiving these school supplies.
How hard is it to plan something this large?
I can't speak to how hard it is to grow it off the ground, which I can't imagine all of that. But logistically, getting all the plans in place and what we call backdating everything, 8-10 months out, having some of the big picture details confirmed so we can work on the next stage and be prepared a couple months out to offer it to vendors with a clear understanding of what they can expect.
Right.
What's available at Lone Star Park. Thank God for the racing season being over. Because now really for the last couple of weeks and all the way up to the event, there's not a ton going on there. So we have, some storage space and ability to visit and coordinate all of what's going on. And then just all the community partners, getting everybody on the same page and getting everybody's funding approved in their 24 budget for 25. Because even though it's in August, we've had to have that funding confirmed since last year. We're excited. We think we have our title sponsor for next year confirmed already, so we can continue to grow this.
Is this the first year at Lone Star?
First year at Lone Star.
See, really, it would be cool to me. Like, you don't even, I don't want to encourage people to go that don't need school supplies, but it's kind of a neat opportunity to see the inside of Lone Star Park.
Absolutely.
And you said there'll be horses there.
Yes, there will. And we're pretty sure we'll have a mini horse as well.
Oh, goodness.
So really excited for that. Hope for All, which is one of our local nonprofits. I think Taylor's been on here. Is helping.
She's going to be.
Yeah.
She's going to be. Gene and Patty are going to interview her. Cool. Yeah.
Taylor and Hope for All are really one of the gems in our community, as is Lone Star Park. So if you haven't been there and you don't need school supplies, just come on out and visit the vendors. We can handle it. We'll have security, so we'll make sure everybody's safe. And so, yes, if you haven't been to Lone Star Park, it is definitely a local gem.
It is.
That everybody should at least see. If you're not interested in the activities they have going on there, that's okay. But
it's very cool to watch, to see the horses. Yeah. Like, is this through the Lone Star Foundation or is this through the Lone Star Park?
So we're kind of working with both. The Lone Star Park Foundation supports the Y and its community outreach, so some of that funding comes to this. But we've worked directly with the Lone Star Park management team to set up the event, be on the ground. They're donating a pretty valuable space to this event to help our students and providing a lot of the staff and logistical stuff on the ground.
Yeah.
So very much appreciate their partnership on this, because there's not many places in Grand Prairie we can pull this off.
No, that's a lot of, that's huge. Because y'all said y'all moved from the Y to South Grand Prairie.
Yes.
And then you outgrew that.
Yes.
So that's pretty large.
Do we have about a minute and a half for a horror story?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So we outgrew the Y. We knew we were going to grow this thing. Had a really good committee that did a great fundraiser in the spring of last year to really balloon this thing. Then we were blessed to have Grand Prairie ISD step up and say, well, we've got the backpacks. You all just fill them with supplies. So great. We had this beautiful plan. We put a ton of work in. Planned for every contingency we thought of. Again, every contingency we thought of. We did not expect that in August, the power would go out at South Grand Prairie High School.
Oh, no.
At 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, my gosh.
So we had the whole vendor fair was already set up inside with 50 booths. All the backpacks were staged inside the gym. We had a whole little snake that you were going to walk to go through all the vendors. And we got there that morning and couldn't get inside the building. And so we had to first get clearance to even let people in the building, security protocols, all that. Moved everything and quickly just it, right? Because of COVID, we had all kind of gotten trained informally on how to do stuff as a drive-through. So on the spot, everything turned into a drive-through. School administration, nurses, community partners, everybody just kind of jumped. Oh, we were supposed to be manning our table, handing out info on our bank or our business or whatever. And just got them all as a drive-through and distributed 10,000 backpacks with school supplies in 2.5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So it was truly an amazing feat of community, kind of just on the dime turning, let's get this done and support these students.
Oh my gosh.
We've planned for that possibility now, even though it's less than 1% likely, but if it happens, we're ready at Lone Star Park.
Yeah.
It was quite the unique experience and opportunity.
Oh yeah. Well, tech issues happen.
Indeed.
I just had one happen here. It's like, things, you just gotta.
Yes, it's recording.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I know. I had to call 4 different people and tell them, hey, by the way, the audio didn't record. That is like a nightmare. It's one of those things, you're sitting here and that's one of my biggest fears. And it's like, I don't want to be checking the screen the whole time, but at the same time, now I'm going to be doing that.
But for your regulars, they know now why you're going to be doing it. So
right.
They've got inside information.
That's right.
So that's always good.
Right. But yeah, having to change, that's good that y'all were able to do that. I guess COVID precautions had their positives. We have QR codes now.
Right.
That was a result.
We thought QR codes were dying. Right?
Yeah.
I remember distinctly saying that technology just didn't work out. Like, what was it, Blu-ray? Like, it's not a thing. Well, both are not dead.
Just kidding.
And QR codes are everywhere now. So.
I feel like you can look at this one of two ways. If you look at it from the community, like, wow, how sad is it that we need this many sets of supplies? But I think you said something earlier that is a very good positive way of looking at it. If you have community partners that are willing to pay for this one thing, then now families have the ability to pay for other stuff.
Right.
And so especially if you have multiple children in a family where you're having to get 5 different sets of 5 different supplies, but you have that or the choice of them doing like an extracurricular activity.
Right.
It's not so much that you can't afford it necessarily. It's just, hey, if I can choose to spend my money on other stuff for this child, why not? And you have community partners that are willing to do it. So
absolutely. And, those community partners, and I've lived in that space, professionally for a long time, they want the best guarantee that what they're investing in is actually going to help the people that need help.
Right.
And whether it's huge help or small help, whatever support they can be, they just want the best guarantee and the most confidence that it's getting to the people. As high a percentage of what they're giving us gets directly to the need. And so we're, I think, blessed that several community organizations and partners give us that vote of confidence that, okay, we trust, we know, and you've proven over the years now that we're going to get that resource as directly to the people that have a need, that will put it to good use. And so whenever we renew, especially a partner, that's just their vote of confidence that we're delivering on what we've said we're going to do. And hopefully people do have a high degree of confidence in the organization. And so I'm still doing, I guess, my part on behalf of the why. I'll always be a why person.
Mm-hmm.
And so the mission is about, supporting our community.
Mm-hmm.
And so same as several of our other partners, well, really all of our partners that are doing this, they just want to support the community. And yes, this helps with everybody's marketing to some extent.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's true marketing. We're telling you we are here to support you.
Right.
We have a service to offer you. But the reason we exist is to support our local community.
Mm-hmm. And make sure those kids are ready to go to school.
Yeah. Right?
I mean, it's always some kids love to go back to school. Other kids are like, you got to drag them there kicking and screaming. Yeah. But as long as the community can make sure that they have what they need to get started, that's the important thing.
Absolutely.
Especially with something like clear backpacks, which you don't see a whole lot of everywhere. The thing about it is like when you switch something like that, that's a huge thing. You can see backpacks all over the place. You don't see clear backpacks all over the place. So it's like, I'm thinking in my mind also of like 3-pronged folders, which we run out of a lot. And like, if you go to Walmart or Target or whatever, that's like the one thing that runs out fast. And then you're like, what do I do now?
Right.
So clear backpacks are the same way. You don't see shelves and shelves of clear backpacks. Right. So when you switch something like that in a huge district, what are we going to do now? Like, how am I supposed to, as a parent, find all these things? Yeah. So
not a failure on their part, but I know that, GPISD didn't have the ability to coordinate with Walmart and Kroger and whoever else sells backpacks and say, hey, you're probably going to need 28,000 more this August.
I bet we'll see a lot more this year.
Yeah, right. And to that point as well, you also don't see a lot of affordable ones.
Sure.
Right. And because we did it in bulk and the school district had that initiative and got the support to provide those, this year we're not doing as much of that, but the need got met because it was expressed and shared with the community.
Yeah.
And so we're continuing that legacy, I hope.
It's a very good example of how the community can respond very fast when it would be harder for it'd be harder for everybody to find those things on their own.
Yeah.
As opposed to having a huge group that could go, okay, we can pivot really, just like what y'all did that morning. Yeah. We can pivot. We'll find you what you need. Yeah. So, yeah.
And that goodwill and that desire is there. And so organizations like the Y, and now I work with Scouts, our whole purpose is connecting resources to resource users. And so that's exactly why I think we should all invest in community, our time, talent, and treasure, right? We were talking off camera earlier about how, there was a time where if you did well, you left Grand Prairie. Kind of a brain drain kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Our community has done a great job in bringing a lot of the things that we want around us to be here, right? So if you're doing well and you feel desired and you're wanted here, hopefully what we're creating for these students, then their primary, hopefully, will turn around to, I want to stay in Grand Prairie. Not, I want to do whatever I can and get out of here and be successful. No, I can be successful right here and live the best life that I want to. And we'll convince everybody.
This is my pitch right now for our alumni. Yeah. This would be a great opportunity for alumni to come together and volunteer.
Absolutely.
And so out there, this is one of the reasons why it's important to have an alumni presence, because we can help with things like this. Even if it's not raising money, if you need volunteers, this is a great opportunity for alumni to volunteer.
Absolutely. So, and it's a low impact ask. We've got a handful of people that will be out in the sun kind of guiding people to where the entrance is, but most of it will be inside, air conditioned, giving people directions and helping with kind of navigating the inside of this big building. So high impact, low investment ask of anybody who might have the time.
So for vendors, one last pitch. How many people do you think are going to be there?
Right. So we are expecting 5,000 students and their families.
Okay.
Right. So on average, I would say that's about 8,000 people. We'll see exactly how that shakes out, student to family ratio, but we can't anticipate exactly, but we are very confident 5,000 students will be there to get their school supplies.
I wonder if you'll have more just because it's at Lone Star Park.
Yeah, we would love that.
That would be cool.
That's what we've got school supplies for, but if we run out, they can still visit all the vendors, and we will have GPISD there to provide additional resources. You can come make an appointment with the social work hub, and they can help with whatever the need is there.
Awesome. So, and the event lasts again. What are the times for the event?
So, event will be 9 to noon on August 2nd at Lone Star Park.
Okay.
Times will be assigned based on last name. Once we kind of finalize registration of who actually registered, we'll kind of figure out the line of demarcation. A through K will be at whatever time. And so on the hour, we'll have big flights of groups coming in throughout the morning from 9 to noon. We've got some volunteer opportunities before that and on the back end to do a little bit of cleanup. But yes, very excited, and vendors would show up. They can either set up the night before or that morning.
Oh, they can set up the night before.
Yes, so
okay.
We've got that confirmed. Again, Lone Star Park's been very generous in giving us that time on Friday evening to set up, and then you're kind of there and ready to go on Saturday.
So do vendors have to bring their own tables, or is Lone Star providing that?
Lone Star has tables and chairs available.
Okay. What about electricity?
Just let us know.
Okay.
It's on the application if you have any other specific needs to just list them on there, and we will follow up.
So, and that deadline is going to be the 31st of July.
Yes. But the sooner the better, of course.
Sooner the better. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Mike, for coming on here and talking about it.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I think I've shared with you personally, but I'm really excited about what you're doing here and kind of raising the bar on our awareness in the community of what else is going on. And we really appreciate this opportunity, letting us share what we're doing and help us connect to more volunteers, vendors, students, so that they can all benefit from this.
Yeah, we need a place that has like a publicity hub. All these people are doing great things, but we need a place where people can find that out, especially if you're new. Like I've realized how many people move in from Grand Prairie from outside of Grand Prairie. So it's like if you're a new parent, this is a great opportunity to find, sponsors in the area. This is why I love recording at the Epic. You can't see it like in the video, but people walk by all the time outside and just will wave. Yeah. They think that we're just celebrities in here. So, or they'll see you and be like, hey, I know him. Yeah. But thank you so much for that. And for all that you're doing. And I'll put all of the links and everything in the video. So
thank you so much. And just to thank all of our major partners, Lone Star Park, Frost Bank has been absolutely huge. The new Palace Poker is a sponsor this year, as well as a whole group of churches, the biggest of which being Gateway. They've made a huge investment in providing school supplies. And again, like I mentioned, the YMCA here at Grand Prairie.
Wonderful. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.